All right, here you are. Welcome in. This is Anusara Principles of Alignment, Level 1 practice. Today's we're stepping into the seam of what the universe is offering forth and using the practices in what I'm referring to as soul growth yoga. Can we honor what is being offered forth universally, globally, communally, and personally? We all experience the shifts and the transits and the placements of the big energy that affects us, the planets and their movements and how they change signs, and the moon and where the sun is, and all that stuff is bringing up this really interesting cocktail of magic. And if we can read into what's being offered forth, we realize that not all day, all the time is life handing us epic challenges. We get these little reprieves, like right now. So you've given this to yourself. So just take a breath and go thank you to yourself, and let everything go that you had to say no to say yes to you being here right now. Right now, there are certain pulls or universal effects that are stirring up some big emotions, stirring up some unfinished, some stuff that you thought maybe was done and you're just having to revisit it again. And there's we've got Mars in retrograde, and it's now shifted into the sign of Cancer. So we're about 12 weeks long with this Mars retrograde, and now we just had a major shift into a very emotional, tender sign that's really about family and how you show up and how you participate in that aspect of yourself and your home life. And so some of the feelings and what's coming up can feel quite messy. And I want to propose that what if we think of what's being offered forth like an artist who's got a blank canvas? And if you were to allow the first moments of this practice to take everything and find a clear slate for yourself, just empty out, reorganize, and let yourself approach any of the grief or the uncertainty or the difficulties, the conundrums, the unknowns. Just approach it with a sense of knowing that you get to take it and do something with it. You get to create or take part in the exigency that is your birthright. So today's practice is a journey towards grounding through the wisdom of the principle open to grace and how it relates to we set a foundation. We understand, we have a blank slate, and yet we get to make a mark. We get to set ourselves in a particular way and create a particular pattern. And then we get to start to breathe and bring that pattern to life and hold ourselves in the steadiness of knowing that we've placed ourselves well enough that we can fine tune and become a more clear channel for our wisdom to stream through and hold us. So I'm going to invite you to just drop in, close your eyes, and let your physical body anchor you. Let your breath anchor your mind. And this may be a challenge right now. The mind may want to wander, or your body might be uncomfortable. So shift around, not as a fidget, but as a clear intention to sit well within yourself. I'm going to call in Ganesha's steady energy, the guardian of the gateway, the one who knows how to take what's being offered and make play with it, make art with it, make beauty out of that, but to do so in such a way that is like saying yes to what you are creating. As you draw your hands to heart center, I invite you to ponder in your own mind the mantra Om Gam, 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 Om Gam, Ganapataye, Ganapataye, Om Gam, Ganapataye, Om Gam, Ganapataye, Om Gam, Ganapataye. Ganesha, the ruler of the Muladhara chakra, will invite you to get grounded and to remember you have everything you need to create something good from what's being offered. And what if we could view the obstacles in life as an artist views a blank canvas? What if we could let every brushstroke, every placement of ourselves within a pose be an opportunity to express how we open to grace over and over and over again? We open to grace as an opportunity to honor our strength, even within the messiness or the uncertainty. I'm going to invite you to share the mantra Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha in your own way. See what kind of tune comes out from your body. Trust it. Just let it sing. Just give it a place to rise up through you. And you'll moderate your own breath and your own cadence. You know you've got to inhale and exhale so you find yourself. And I'm going to stay quiet today so that your Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha is truly just your offering to make. So deep breath in, long breath out, deep breath in. Make your offering. And if your offering was silent, give it actual voice. If you gave it actual voice, take it silent. And notice that some of you whispered it, some of you belted it out like an opera singer, some of you said it in very succinct little patterns. Just notice your way. And let that be a way of recognizing who you are and the way you step into the process of creating. And slowly release your hands, open your eyes. We're going to take a mountain pose. It's the first pose. The translation of the mantra Om is the great pranava. Om is we can take the Om as you come to mountain pose. It's the sound of all things coming together. And it's literally the bija, the deeply encoded mantra, which means a tool for the mind. And the great pranava Om has all the cycles of creation. We have an Ah, creation, an O, sustainment, an dissolution, and then a fourth part, the silence. So even just that one sound contains so much power. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And as you flow with the breath and move your arms out, up, and then down, I want you to feel your feet. So Gam is the second bija mantra, the seed syllable for Ganesha. All the deities have a particular seed syllable that relates particularly to them. And Gam, G-A-M, is a way to invoke that deep guru, the one who guards the threshold, the new beginnings in your life, the doorways in your life. So if you place a Ganesha statue or Murti, one of the best places is right at the front door. Ganapataye, the ruler of the Muladhara chakra. It's the Sanskrit name for Ganesha. So feel your feet, feel the strength of your legs holding you. And now we'll simply widen the stance. So you take a wide stance, turning the toes to the long edge of your sticky mat. And we maintain mountain pose feet here. And that's, so we'll start with foundational placement and how mountain pose foot is a key place or key placeholder within the practice. So spread and lift your toes and anchor down, not just through the big toe and the inner heel, but spread from big toe to baby toe. And then as you bend the knees a little bit, you can more easily push down from baby toe to outer heel. And I hope you start to feel all the muscles around your legs. And we'll take a big wide breath. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Now hold the steadiness of your mountain pose feet. Hold the earth energy. So Ganapate is related to the Muladhara chakra, which means earth root chakra. So hold the strength of the earth legs as you pour your heart forward. And you can either touch the floor or bend your knees enough until you can touch the floor. So in the practice of yoga, we want to always honor what connects us to the earth as one of our first priorities. And if we can do that, we'll stay steady and stable. So now, as you bend your right knee, keep equal weight through both feet. And then up to center and equal weight through both feet as you go left. Now, Ganesha has this really creative way of opening to life, and elephants like to use their trunk. So we'll use your arms and your hands, and I'm gonna have you bend the knees enough that you can get the palms flat on the floor. And if there's something you're not quite sure about what to do with in the world today, I'm going to invite you to paint a picture that might express your feelings, and like Jackson Pollock. So I often call this Jackson Pollock asana. So you keep the hands on the floor, but you're going to smear the paint and drag your hands. So they're part of the foundation, even though they're moving. And now just let whatever's pouring through you, the energy of what's going on in the life off of the mat. Realize that your head, neck, and shoulders are coming, the movement coming from the strength of the steady legs and the hips. And then we'll pause and let that go. Standing forward fold. Deepen the breath. Receive your quietness. Shake out your head. Squeeze your feet in towards the midline. Bend the knees slightly and tone your glutes so that when you push from the glutes to the feet, the bones anchor down as you bring hands to hips. Lift your elbows. Inhale, rise up. Step it back to mountain pose and honor who you are. So if we want to teach Anusara yoga methodically, the first place we go to is foundation and open to grace. So take a deep breath, feel your feet. Mountain pose feet, stay intact as you take that wide stance again. And now we'll simply turn your left foot, heel turns in a part way, and then toe turns out the rest of the way. And that way we divide the labor. And if you do it in that particular order, your front heel should line up with your back arch. Check that out. Hands on your hips. Lift and spread your toes. Find big toe, inner heel, big toe, baby toe. Bend the knees slightly so that you can really feel baby toe to outer heel. Now, as you push down through both legs, you'll bend the left knee, but remember the back leg has just as much power. So this is warrior two. So settle down through the feet. And now we open to the breath and let the pose help us find repose. Inhale, straighten your front leg by pulling the back arch towards your front heel and vice versa. Yes. And bend the front knee again. Side angle has the exact same general form of the legs, and we just tip it over a little bit. And we'll take that right arm straight in front, plug it into your heart space, push down through the legs. Remember the root chakra, and then lengthen the arm along your ear. Inhale, rise up. Come back to the first wide-legged stance. So turn the heel out and the toes in. Turn the heel in part way and the toes out the rest of the way. Bend the knee. So even this way, we start to eliminate fidget and uncertainty, and we find clarity in how we take the brushstroke of life. Deep breath in, long breath out. As you inhale, pull the back arch towards the front heel, vice versa. Pull up the front leg, anchor down through both legs, brighten up through your heart, and then divide the labor. Push through both legs as you bend the front knee. One more time. Steadiness as you flow. Hold the general shape of warrior two and take another expression. Reaching left arm forward, draw into the heart of who you are, anchor down through the legs, and then lengthen the arm. Now feel your artistic creation and move your breath into the places where you feel stuck or challenged. Pull the back heel and arch in, front heel down as you lift up. Front heel turns in, then the toes. And now step together. Tadasana. Reach out, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Open wide. Left heel turns partway in, left toes turn all the way out. Micro bend the knees and pull equally up through the feet to the legs. to the hips, and then push down from hips to feet as you lift up through the heart. Now take a big brush stroke. Pull the back foot in, the heel towards the midline as you reach partway down, and inhale back up. The more you push through the back leg, the stronger the front leg feels supported. Reach it halfway down and up. Marcy, try a longer stance, honey. There you go. Oh, nice. And up. And last one. And this one could be hand to ankle, or your block, or perhaps the fingertips on the inside of the foot. Take the front arm, press it slightly forward, plug it in. Now trust the foundation of you. Push down into all the parts that touch the earth or the block, and then open up. So we find stability. Now receive the beauty. And this one's really important. So as you lift up, push through the back leg, lift up through the top arm. And warrior two. Heel turns out, toes turn in. Heel turns in, right toes turn out. Deep breath in. Hug the midline between your legs. Find the strength pulling up into the steady foundation of your pelvis. And as you reach halfway, make the back leg stronger. Push through the back leg. And that'll keep that front knee from buckling on you. Inhale up. Exhale halfway. Big, broad brush strokes. Breath. Good. And this one all the way down. Settle in. Return to the breath. Return to how the feet feel. And then see if you can get even more steady in how you hold yourself in the pose, from the ground to the hips to the ground, the hips to that lifted left arm, plug it in, and then reach through the legs to open up the upper body. Foundationally, reach through the left leg as you rise up through the left arm. Warrior two. Pull the front leg to straight. Front heel turns partway out. Toes turn in. Step it together. Tadasana. And I just want you to notice there's a flow of energy connecting you to the earth. This is so important right now. All right. It's so important right now. So honor that steady anchor and rock to just your left leg, lifting the right heel. We've done tree pose a lot. Pull the knee up, flex your ankle. It's an external hip rotation that opens the knee. Find your ankle, pull it in, and think mountain pose foot finds inner thigh. Inner thigh finds mountain pose foot. Push those two parts together. And if balancing with your leg this high, it is absolutely fine in my book to take the foot further down or the toes to the floor. Deep breath. Draw that knee in. And keep facing the long edge of your mat. Trust the leg that's on the floor and step that right leg just a little bit back as you bend the front knee. Eyes on the floor about 3 feet in front of you, hands on hips. Find your mountain pose foot, find all parts of it. Play with it. Make your footprint. What if you had paint on the sole of your foot and you could use the print as part of the artwork of life? Now send the energy from the outer glute and the inner knee down, inner knee to the inner ankle, outer glute to outer ankle. And then keep the pelvic floor level as you stand back up. And reach it back down. And push straight down through the bones, the clear line of energy. And it's this outer part of your glute. It's got to fire up. Use it. And the upper inner knee. Use it. Good. One more time. And set that right leg down. And now tune in and feel. So the Hatha Yoga practice is here to teach us that we can master flow of energy. And what does it mean to feel grounded? And you'll feel the difference, left and right leg. Let the left leg teach the right leg. Push it down. Microbend that knee on the right leg so that you can find the outer glute and the upper inner knee muscles. And then find that midline. Pull yourself by rooting into yourself. External hip rotation. Tree pose. Breath. And the balance is very metaphorically all those things that we have to deal with in life that feel a little unstable, a little shaky. If you've got the foot to the knee, make sure the knee pushes into the foot. Good. Mindfully draw that leg to center line. And then we'll take and use the glute, step it back, squeeze the glute, and find the upper inner knee. And those two parts of you anchor equally through your foot. Inhales. And exhales. Make the movement as small as you need to really feel those stabilizing muscles. There you go. Nice. One more. Stay strong in the right leg. And now push through both legs. Ah. This could be a great way to open up your bowels too, just so you know, FYI. Okay. Turn to face the short edge of your sticky mat. We'll take what we just learned, standing on left leg, lift the right. And we'll take this even further back. Lunge. Good. Set the back knee, but don't weight the knee. What if you could pick it back up? So pelvic floor is level. Now find your glutes. The thut. Use the thut. Push down from the lower glute to stand up. That's its job. Inhale, reach the arms. Hands go wide. Use your thought. So a lot of people, they push the heart too far forward. I'm going to tell you to use your legs. So maybe your hands need to go on your hips to help you know how to push the energy down as you lift up. There we go. Now, just like you did before, mountain pose. You got it. Transfer the weight. Left leg up. Steady as you go. Use your glute. Guide it back. Drop the knee. Use your glutes. It's also a good quad workout, yeah? Breathe, don't hold your breath. Unpurse your lips, y'all. There we go. Gluing the tongue to the roof of the mouth is not going to help you. Yeah, and set it down, but keep weight on the ball of the foot, the front leg. Use your big muscles of the legs. Smooth out your breath. Hands wide. If you need your hands on your hips, that will help you. Push down. Good job. Push down. Glute and inner knee. Ah, nice. Tadasana, feel the strength. Find your 2 blocks, medium or high. One of my favorite mantras in the physical practice of yoga is active feet. So find the 4 corners of your feet, you can spread and lift your toes. And then when you set the toe pads down, make sure you're still got the energy of the toes as if they were lifted. Steady shins, squeeze the shins in. Thighs up, upper thighs back. So the greater trochanter lines up with your ankle. Then draw the tailbone down. And from the hips, push through the legs and rise up. And this is mountain pose, and we'll unpack all these principles of alignment. We just went through foundation, muscular energy, inner spiral, outer spiral, and organic energy. Reach up, touch the sky. Keep the steadiness of your legs and let the heart pour itself in. Keep the hips over the ankles. There we go. Hands to the blocks. Lift up halfway. Push all the weight down through this left leg as you have done, and take the right leg back far enough. And we'll just honor here. There's a decent hamstring and glute stretch on your front leg. Straighten your front leg a little bit, or a lot, but shift the hip over the front ankle. There you go. Zip up your core. Now your hands make up the foundation as well. So if we have blocks, think of the blocks like the floor. Spread your toes of your back leg, scissor the inner thigh towards the standing inner thigh, and lift that leg any amount. Bending the front knee, step back to a high crescent. Arms up. Knee over ankle. Arms wide. Pull the back leg from your foot up into your hip. Use that to bow the heart forward, and then find that steadiness. Left glute, inner knee, and float it back to your standing warrior 3. Deep breath in, long breath out. The in breath takes you back to crescent pose. Trust the front leg. Anchor down and then lift the arms. Good job. Inhale, warrior two. Side angle. Arm forward, plug it in, root down, lift it up. Inhale, warrior two. Pull the back arch towards the front heel and feel your feet settle down into the earth, lift up into your breath. Maintain that loftiness as you push from the hips to the feet. Triangle halfway. Inhale, rise. Triangle halfway. Inhale, rise. Anchoring through right leg, 3/4 triangle. Inhale up. 3/4 triangle goes all the way down. Either hand on block or floor. And then give it time. Om Gam Ganapate. And Namaha means it's like a bow of reverence or an act of celebration. I bow to that steady part within myself who knows how to make art with the obstacles of life. Now, right hand to your hip, look forward. It's similar to the transition from high crescent to standing split. We have to bend the front knee, pull the back leg in a little bit, and then trust that strong left leg for a half moon. Steady the left leg, square your hips, turn your heart to the floor, right hand reaches down, standing forward fold. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Pull the heart forward, hips over ankle. Keep that alignment and reach the left leg back. Feel what you feel, give it your breath. One of the best words the Anusara Yoga practice ever taught me is exigency. Are you going to do something with that which has been presented? Squeeze in and really anchor down like tree pose leg as you lift the left leg. The right leg remains grounded and unwavering. And like that transition we practice, you'll bend the front knee and tap the lifted leg back, root it, and then the arms. And then arms wide, pull the back leg from foot to hip, and then open to the grace of your breath and trust yourself. One more time. Set the earthy foundation from the hips to the legs and then rise up. And last one. And this one goes to warrior two. Foundation, general form, refines. Side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Pull the front leg to straight. Pull the back arch towards your front heel, halfway triangle. Reach through left leg. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Reach through back leg. Inhale. 3/4. And up. Unwavering back leg. 3/4 goes all the way. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Anchor yourself in the hip, bringing left hand down. Turn the gaze. As you bend the front knee, shorten the stance, and then find the power of right outer glute, right inner knee, and push down through the foot. Deep breath in, long breath out. Square your hips, left hand reaches down. And we set the left foot and end where we began, Tadasana. Please take your seat, supported with blankets, or we won't be here long, so if you'd rather not, it's okay with me. So, a sincere, one of the best ways to activate Muladhara chakra is to do the standing poses and to activate the large muscle groups of the legs. So if you're ever feeling unstable or shaky in life, we want to get ourselves back in the body, back grounded to that place where we can handle the obstacles and handle the emotions that are coming up with the obstacles in a way that is steady and stable. And hopefully find our pathway to making art along the way. So hands to heart center. And I think if you break apart heart, you find art in the middle. Today is a day that has really called and recommended that we find a way to creatively express our emotions. You can either journal, or you can draw pictures, or bust out your paints. Some of you will do it by, I don't know, you know though. You could go create a sand castle or a snowman. And it's right here, right now, that I invite you to remember why you came to your practice, and you'll get to feel the answer. And I hope this practice gives you what you need to move into the rest of this day and the week ahead with steadiness, groundedness, and moments to find delight. Deep breath in, big breath out. Deep breath in. As one of my dear friends, Lorraine Horstmanshoff, she would, Om Gam Ganapataye, ha ha ha. And just give it a little bit of laughter at the end. So Om Gam Ganapate. Ha ha ha. Namaste. Thank you. Much love.